do that. That's what I wanted to. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about as well.
All right.
Sorry, I got really excited. Did I do one of those?
There should be a backtrack. All right, I'm not going to do it because something might fall out. Okay, keep going.
Okay. I wanted to talk about the phase lock.
Oh, phase me lock. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. So ever since that happened, my whole experience of Moo has been different. And it's been lovely. Like, it's been lovely. It's been lovely. She is just, it's like she's accessible on a level that I hadn't experienced before. It's like, right, she's right there now. Whereas before I felt I really had to establish that connection and really draw her in. Yeah, I was trying. Yeah. I mean, like I was better at it with the trying than I have been ever. Like it was far more with grace and far more with ease.
But you trust yourself more. The more you trust yourself,
Yeah.
the less you try.
Yeah, it just bang, done. But ever since the phase lock thing, it's like, it's just there. It's just always there. And I can feel, it's like the level of perceiving her or the real reality, it's like got more depth to it. There's
the
more,
symbiosis more there. It's like you've locked your symbiosis. Instead of just, I'm just taking a little sip, now you're fucking guzzling. Like a petrol.
Yeah. It's crazy. And I could really get how that soul star, because when the phase lock happened, I could feel that soul star just exploding, like really opening, and then Moo just kind of was everywhere. It just overtook.
So as you feel that, right, when you start to clear then the co-ops, you will feel it multidimensionally. You will feel it from all dimensions of self, because it's like it's opening you up and connecting you not just to you, to her, but the record of yourself. Whether it's stored in a pineal or a fucking pituitary or whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's opening you up, and it's almost like life begins.
Yeah, it does. It begins on a whole new level. Yeah. I find that it's like every time I get onto these new levels, I go, how did I live like that before? Like, this is what it is to live. And then I discover another level and it's like that same thing. You know what I mean?
I know. And in that moment, you think you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof, and then another thing happens and it's like, motherfucker, where was I then? I know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly how it is.
I dig it. Yeah. Anyway, so other dimensions of self. So let's look at other dimensions of self as you in other lives, you in other expressions of essence that you're mainlining. How does that sound?
Yes. Other expressions of self that you are mainlining.
Well, because you're connected to essence. If you're not connected to essence, I like they're just a bunch of fucktards floating around. If you're connected to essence, that's the one thing they've all got in common.
Yeah. The truth of the self.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I dig it.
Get them all up to Moo.
Mm-hmm.
Get them all back on the organic timeline, because they're all part of you.
Yeah. I was thinking back to my experience with the Mayan, who was the dimension of self, right?
Yes, he was.
And I remember when I Peniel's a Stargate to exactly like if he was like a different life or if he was in a different sphere or whatever. But it seemed like he was from almost... Actually, I'm going to have to Peniel's a Stargate it, because it felt like he wasn't even a part of all the spheres.
Well, remember at that time when it was happening, I kept saying to you, they're using matrix technology to connect with you. That's why it didn't come through essence.
Yeah.
Remember, you were hearing
Yeah.
And, you had a connection and that was cool, but it was sort of like it definitely did. The connection at first didn't come through here.
No, it was all coming through this way.
As part of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was interesting in the sense that I felt like, even though I knew it wasn't coming, like when essence is doing its thing, it's just balls to bone, as you would say. But when it came from Mayan, it still had that similar kind of sense of high, but I felt like it was coming from here.
Yeah, very here.
But it masked itself very well as if it was coming from here because
Master.
the high was big.
The master.
Yeah.
Right?
And he played. He humbled my ass that many times.
Indeed.
So,
the dimension of self, let's reiterate that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was a very different experience from, let's say, if I had a past life or if I had some old experience. It was very different.
But the thing is, I mean, what does the experience of the past life feel like? Because sometimes they imprint past lives upon you for several reasons. One, to make you believe that was an experience of yours. Two, to reinforce a behaviour or an experience. Right? Or to keep dragging you in that other lifetime. There's many reasons why you keep thinking it's a life. So when you connect with dimension of self, we usually recommend it through essence and through the spheres because you can't go wrong. At the time you were doing that work, but it was when we were exploring different dimensions of self, this one came in. It was quite a good example because it was about how the obsession started to come over, and then you started to get these experiences of yourself where it's not so much it was uncomfortable, it was more it wasn't like you. It was you putting yourself in places and situations that were not from you in this lifetime. They were that man or that creature, that being, that dimension of self, trying to pass on his karmas and bullshit, trying to offload his stuff, and at the same time see what he can get from you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he played upon, like, the way it got in was he played upon a particular weakness.
Well, a thing that you thought you needed.
Yeah.
It's so much a weakness, a thing that you thought you needed and you were looking for it outside. You weren't finding it inside.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it can be tricky, but, just the terrain, you go with a navigator who knows the shit. It's easy. That's what we're here for fuck's sake. Anyway,
I find that
there's going to be ones that are on your side too.
There's going to be what?
Well, there's going to be ones that are on your side too. You know what I mean? They're not all fucking competing with you, so to speak. But look, once you sit in essence and you start to explore this stuff, you'll get the terrain. You'll know it.
Because I find that so some would probably be, let's say, on your side to try and help.
Well, it's not so much on your side to try and help. Take out the 3D concept. It's more they understand the dimensions of selves, and they understand that all dimensions of selves are just really you. So all dimensions of selves have to be healed and have to be aligned. End of story.
Okay.
Whether or not they're aware of the transhuman agenda, the AI, the whatever the fuckery, doesn't matter. You're bringing your knowledge to them. They're still in the matrix. Time loop.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, I cut that 3D crap out, so that was good.
It helps. But that's the thing. I find a lot of people try and bring 3D concepts into this new or restoring experience, restoring the truth experience, and it doesn't fly. Doesn't fly. When I say it doesn't fly, it keeps you thinking, straddling two worlds.
Yeah.
Stay with the feeling. Stay with the feeling. Stay with the feeling. I mean, it's a fucking.
Well, I find that going into, like, I don't know if you can call it really merging with the organic timeline, but it's more. I know it sounds okay.
Oh, it's right there with oneness, which we're decommissioning. Yeah.
Love it. What was I saying? It's such brand new territory. It is coming back to self. It's coming back to the original.
It's not necessarily brand new territory. It's just territory that we haven't seen for a while. So there'll be some familiarity in it, and there'll be some that goes, oh, what the fuck? You know, we don't know. We don't know how many suns there are going to be in the sky when the sky's not clogged, when all our glands are working, our pineal pituitary, all the gang, right? The reason the